the put together, the organizer of Godly Models TV, which presents to you this sip and fellowship pop-up shop that is coming. And we are now just 3 days away. So Lord willing, on May the 12th, which is a Friday, it is going down. I am so excited. So y'all, like I told y'all, this is just my pep rally season. You know how we was when we were, I don't know if how crunk they are with the pep rallies in high school and college, but I know in middle school when we used to have pep rallies, that was such an exciting moment because it got us pepped and crunk and ready for the main event that was coming up. So that's what I'm just doing here. I'm just going live as much as I can, just trying to pep myself, pep rallying all the way to the day of the event, Lord willing. So I'm very excited, y'all. So I just wanted to come on tonight just to kind of share a little bit of news here and there about what's going on with my journey. So as I told y'all, I'm just kind of just stepping out in faith, just trying to put into action, trying to get out there and do some work, y'all. And again, like I said, I have no expectations of what this outcome is going to be like. I have no clue because I am just kind of stepping out. I honestly don't even know I don't even know what to expect bottom line. I haven't gotten a lot of feedback this time like I did for my first Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop, which is okay. Again, like I told y'all, my main goal was to still pursue this just like how I was pursuing my passions when I was living to please myself and living for the world and being friends with the world. Listen, I was always on go. I was, man, my speedometer was always on 200 on 200 miles per hour going when I was trying to live to please the world. So I said to myself, and this is how I counsel myself every day because it is discouraging, and which I understand it. So, but I have to encourage myself like that by saying, hey, Ebony, when you was on go for the world, you still got those same rejections. You were still told no. You still put your heart into certain things, and you were straight up disappointed about things, but you still kept on going when you didn't know any better and you was trying to be friends with the world. So you got to give that same energy to God. And this is what I have to just keep on. I have to literally keep on saying this to myself because I definitely don't want to turn my back on God, if that makes sense, because that's exactly what I feel like I would be doing if I walk away from this, all because I don't know what the turnout is going to be like, all because I'm afraid that it may not be a big turnout or many people may not show up. I am just like I said, I don't mind being transparent about my journey. I am out here. Basically, I'm on my own team. I'm on my own street team, and not because I wanted to be that way. I do understand, again, as I've progressed and just with learning and understanding how this whole business thing work and entrepreneurship, you can't be your best self by yourself. So I'm definitely not in bragging mode of saying like, oh, I got this, I can do this by myself. Absolutely not. But because at this point, this is just reality, that is just me, literally is me and God, I have to still lean into God, and I'm still just as excited about that because I am, and I've always been the type of person that I ain't about to be begging for nobody's support. I'm not about to be out there trying to impose myself for nobody's support. I'm the type that I am willing to lean into God for God to put the right people in my life for these things. I'm not about to go out there, just again imposing for these type of relationships and for these partnerships and all of that, which does matter. So I'm not saying this to say that I don't need it. No, I absolutely am waiting on God to send me the right people in my life for the right teams and just those key partnerships, those kingdom relationships that is very well needed. But until that happens, I can't just sit at the house and think that everything is going to still happen. I got to still get out there and do the work. And that is exactly what I'm doing. And I'm just sharing that part of my journey with y'all. So anyway, just to give you just a little bit on what's going on with this week, y'all, we are 3 days away, and I'm still looking for feedback. I'm still waiting on people to respond, but I still got to do it. I'm going to do it anyway. I still got to pay. I got to finish doing, how you say it, accounts payable for this building that I got to have the Sip and Fellowship pop up in. That means I'm going to still do that even if only just me and my daughters are the only three that show up, we got to be ready to have karaoke, open mic, and game night with just us three. But I am absolutely praying that, again, because as the word said, the Lord, he works all things together for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose. So this is one of those times in my life right now, because I'm in this season in my life where I am stepping out a lot more, and I am literally out there intentionally trying to carry out my ministry. I just have to lean into God. And if I'm the type that I'm saying that I want to trust in the Lord with all my heart and lean not on my own understanding, if I want to submit to the Lord and resist the devil and commit to the Lord, whatever I do, I got to practice what I preach. So that's another thing, that how I have to counsel myself, y'all. I literally got to say, listen, you got to practice what you preach. All that praying you doing, all that preaching in your mind and preaching to others when you go live, you got to be able to live that, because right now, while you're trying to motivate other people and encourage other people with the word of God, right? Trying to encourage people using the word, what's going to happen when how are you living out those same things you're trying to teach and preach other people? So this is how I got to talk to myself every day, because I'm like, Lord, I want to be able to practice what I preach. So again, as I'm going about this week, it is 3 days away. I am just still doing this because at the end of the day, just like how I was on Go for the World, I have to be on Go for God in that same sense. So even if it does not turn out the way I want, I have to still keep on taking those bruises and taking those setbacks and whatever, and keep on moving forward for God, because I owe it to him. I owe it to him to just be consistent and dedicated to God, just like how I was dedicated to the world. So just wanting to let y'all know that. And again, because I'm 3 days away, I wanted to share it with tonight's live, just to talk about some of the games I'm excited about playing for game night, y'all. So a few of the games we played for my first Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop, it turned out so well, y'all. That's why I'm excited to do it again. But of course, just being honest, because I'm human, I'm still nervous, because I would like for it to be a good turnout. I want to see that it's going to grow. But like anything in life, any business, you're going to have some ups, some downs, some, roller coasters with things. And you can't just allow that to stop you and cause you to disconnect and turn away from it. So I got to keep on going. But anyway, for my first Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop, I had some really cool games. I had, of course, we played the very, very well-known bingo. That was so fun. I mean, you can't go wrong with bingo. Everybody loves some bingo. Listen, I know bingo is really somewhat of the old school games for my elders, but it is just a fun game that everybody knows, and you just cannot go wrong with bingo. So of course we're going to have that for sure. We're going to have the Uno for the kids as well, so when we do have kids that come, they can play together. We got a table set up for them so they can play some Uno. They get to play checkers. I even got some dominoes, because I'm a domino person. I know that we got some people that love checkers and Connect Four and all of that, but I love dominoes. That is such a fun game. So of course I had to have that ready for those who also play a little dominoes as well. And also now for my older crowd, we got a game that we're going to also introduce for this time called Pull-Up Card Game. So y'all, I wanted to introduce this. I had pretty much wanted to support a wonderful woman by the name of Liz Renee, and this is her game here. She is a Black woman card game maker, and I was just excited to be able to support her and shout out to her. And if you get a chance, check out my live that I had with her. I had a live interview live with Ebony and the founder of Pull-Up Card Game, Liz Renee, and it was just a wonderful interview that she just allowed, and I appreciate her for doing that. But this was one of the games that I wanted to be introducing at my pop-up shops, just to have a little fun for those who have graduated from school, who had or graduated from college, or if you didn't graduate like myself, but you did go and you had much experience in college, you can still enjoy this game. And then if you got people in your family that went to college, you would still be able to enjoy it. And I'm sorry, let me say that again. I did go to college and I did graduate with my associate's degree, but I know, like a lot of people that may have went to graduated with universities with their degrees. So I do still can say I can consider myself to fall in that category of being a college graduate, although I graduated from a technical institute. But hey, it is still education that cannot be taken away. But yes, so I still believe that everybody will still be able to enjoy this game. So just to show y'all that this is one of the games we're going to be playing, and I'm going to pull out one of the cards here just to give y'all an example of what you can expect from the pull-up card game. All right, so like one of them here where it's going to ask you, like it's going to say, raise your cup if you became a member of the Divine Nine in undergrad. So basically, you would raise your cup up, and now I'm gonna tell you, because this is Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop. I don't want y'all to think like Sip and Fellowship meaning we around here swigging and taking it back, and we, because we trying to feel good and be buzzing. No, Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop does not mean that. It just means that yes, we will have like beverages there like soda or juices or water, and we may have a little wine for my mature saints, because ain't nothing wrong with having just a little wine. I mean, at the end of the day, we definitely ain't gonna sit here and act like it's a sin to drink a little bit, long as you ain't overdoing it, and the longest you do anything you do, make sure you do it in moderation. But yes, we may have a little wine for our mature saints about there. Now I'm gonna tell y'all now though, for y'all who y'all thinking y'all gonna come up in there talking about y'all about to get a drink, after about the third one, you ain't gonna drink nothing else. You gonna drink water, because that's what I'm not about to be encouraging you all to come up and thinking you about to be tipsy in my Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop. Tell me, yeah, what you said was Sip and Fellowship. Yeah, it's just a sip, just because you just sipping just a little bit, just to enjoy yourself and have a good time in fellowship. So anyway, so this right here, where this pull-up card game is just basically where most of the questions is going to ask, like for instance, it says just being messy. This is the category, and it says pull up if you were ever on academic probation but bounce back. So basically, if that fits you, you're gonna have to take it back. So now we'll say, like, for those of you that don't drink alcohol at all, like myself, I rarely drink any type of alcohol, but every now and again I don't mind having a mixed drink or some wine. So for those of you that do not drink at all, we're gonna be pouring it up with orange juice, we're gonna be pouring it up with some cranberry juice, and for the kids who don't drink juice and can't drink soda, they're gonna be pouring it up with drinking water. But yeah, so this is just one of the games that we're going to have there for the Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop. I'm excited about that, because I want to kind of hear some of the stories of people that went to college, and they kind of just get to reminisce on their college days and have some fun with it, and allow other people to kind of know what their past was like and what they went through. So I think it's going to be fun. So we're going to do that. Then we also got the game of culture tag. So I'm excited about that as well, where of course with culture tag is just basically a game for people who love hashtags and the culture of hashtag. And so, like, for one, we have here that says EYIOYO. So basically you're gonna have to kind of guess what you think that hashtag is. So let me see if I could guess what that is. Family and friends. Every year I offer you one. Now let me see if I could let me hurry up and open this. I'm just gonna tell what it actually says on the back. So anyway, this one says, that is too funny. I know I'm probably super way off, but this one says EYIOYO. So I'm gonna show y'all that again. And then so you're supposed to kind of guess what you think the hashtag is, or what the actual term is using those letters. So it basically means either you in or you out. Ooh, shoot, boy, y'all, I was way off. I said, I don't even know what I said. But see, you get it? That's fun. All right. And so another one that says FYF. So let me see. FYF, what you think that means? A nice cultural colloquialism or slang or jargon that most people use in culture when it starts with FYF. So what you think that means? Well, according to culture tags, it means fix your face. And that's something I know for sure. I done heard several times in my household. My grandma done caught me mad because I done got fussed at, or they done told me to go wash the dishes or take out the trash, or I had to go to bed early, or I couldn't do this or do that. And we around here making them funny, silly faces. And before our grandparents or our parents get ready to slap our face off, they tried to warn us, like, all right, now fix your face. So I definitely remember that one. So yeah, we're gonna play culture tag. We're gonna also play a game called Things, and I'm upset because I can't find it nowhere in my house, and I know I had it at the last Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop, so I got to find that. But the game of Things was so fun. It was just basically a game where it's going to ask you like to list certain things, and it's going to give you what you need to list. And once you list those things, then the other people who's playing along with us got to guess who said once we read the list of all the people, once everybody puts in turn in their list, everybody gets a chance to kind of read off, or we'll get to read off from your list, and then we got to guess who said it. But anyway, it was such a fun game that I gotta bring that back. And then of course, my other game that I can't forget, who remembers Hangman, y'all? Hangman was one of my games that I played growing up. So I still got to keep it going because that's an old school game that I was raised on. I was raised on Hangman. And so this one is going to be called Bible Hangman because, of course, I'm there to give a word. I'm there to encourage. So I got to bring it on in with the Bible Hangman. So we definitely going to be educated, ignited, revived, and encouraged about God while we playing a little bit of Hangman. So that's what you can expect at the Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop with our game night. Then, of course, karaoke. We're going to be hopping on the mic, just having some fun, just singing some of our favorite songs, having fun. Some of us who can't even sing gonna still be getting on the mic, and we're gonna have us a good time. And then of course, open mic are for those that, if you want to share a poem, if you have just a testimony that you want to share, because we need that. We need these testimonies. So if you want to come and you want to give a word to encourage the crowd, please do that. I encourage that. Then also open mic is for if you have a business and you want to come on out and talk about your business. You got a project coming up. You got something going on, an event that you want to promote. That's what open mic is for. So it's very just open to you to come and grab that mic and encourage the crowd. Of course, don't come with no foolishness, grabbing no mic, talking about nothing else that's inappropriate. Make sure it's something encouraging or something that's beneficial, something that's productive. But come on that mic and just enjoy yourself. And if you want to sing and you don't want to use no music, you don't want that karaoke background, because sometimes that karaoke can be a little bit corny, the music. So you want to just absolutely sing a cappella, then come on and grab that mic for open mic and just have a good time. So that's what you can expect at the Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop. Let's not forget the part about fellowship. It is all about fellowshipping because it is intentional with trying to bring people together who want to enjoy the companionship of others who call on the Lord with pure hearts. And I just wanted to create that kind of atmosphere because, again, I myself, when I was out searching, well, before, when I used to have fun, I had fun in a way that didn't please God. But now, because I'm more intentional about how I'm going to have fun, and most of the time anyway, I got to have fun with my daughter. She's attached to my hip, so anything I do, it has to include my daughter anyway. So I want to be able to go somewhere and enjoy myself where she is going to have fun as well too. I don't want to, I'm having a good time and I look over and she look bored and she all in her phone and her device because she's not having fun. So the Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop is for the family. It's a family event. So I want everybody to come on out. And just in case, and just in case if you can't come out, I get it. That's why virtually we got the virtual world of the Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop for you to still enjoy and just give God the glory right from the comfort of your own home. Join me live on my on my YouTube right here, Live with Ebony. Or you can also join my other YouTube channel, Godly Models TV. I'll also be going live here and there on my Instagram page, Christian Adorn, also my Facebook. So, you can be able to catch me on most of the platforms just in case. So if you can't come physically and enjoy the atmosphere and come on and fellowship with us, it's okay. Just sit on at the house, grab you a bag of popcorn, grab some chips, grab a Debbie cake, grab you a soda, sit down and watch us get ready to have fun, looking at us do karaoke, playing some of the games, and also we're going to have giveaways. So that's what I'm expecting. I just want to create an atmosphere where I can ignite some, revive others, and encourage all about the essential presence of God in our lives with the intentionality to contributing to human flourishing. I absolutely want to be able to impact those who come. It's about the impact of that night. It's about when you leave, are you going to leave with some value? Are you going to leave feeling like you left with something that either encouraged you, that ignited you, that it revived you again? Because again, we all are going through some things in life. We all are everybody is in a season in life. Some of you might be in your season where you're blessed. You're waking up doing exactly what you love to do every day, but everybody is not in that blessed season right now. We got some people that are starting all the way over again. We got some people in their dry season, in that jaded season where they're waiting. They're waiting on a word from God. They're waiting to be prompted. They're trying to continue to be encouraged because they're having just a rough season. So no matter what season any of us are in our life, we all can still be encouraged that we need God, that we got to lean into God, that we got to give God the glory, that we got to give him thanks, that we got to remember that whatever we're doing in our life, no matter what our career path or our career choices, we got to be intentional about just serving the purposes of God with dignity and integrity, and carefully determining what pleases the Lord. So that's what all of my events are, is just to encourage the importance of God in our life, because I missed that when I was living for the world. I absolutely missed that step. That went way over my head, and I thought I had all the control, and just if I even just had those opportunities to see like people that could counsel and guide me in a way without imposing and without placing more fear in me, right? I would have been, I don't know, maybe things would have been different, but I'm just, what I went through and what I had to learn, because I had to be disciplined for that season in life of abandoning God and thinking I had all the control and living to please myself. Now I get it, and I'm just here now because I have to pay it back. I have to share my testimony. I have to pretty much serve others in this life that are going through the same things. People who may still be struggling with sin, who still may be on that journey where, yeah, you've been saved, you've been delivered, but now you're trying to keep that deliverance and stay saved, and it's hard because life is discouraging. We go through a lot. We have people are grieving, people are mourning, people are defeated, discouraged, people need comfort. And it is just hard because Satan still has to do his part. So we got to just know, family believers, that we're all out there, and we're all doing our part. So we're all scattered out in this world, entering into the kingdom. We have to bring God into the kingdom. We got to, when we allow God to have access to us, to be his adverts, to be his agents, to be his advocates, and again, to just have that access to us. When we get ready to deploy our gifts into the land, when we get ready to carry out our ministry, we're letting God in when we enter into the kingdom to carry out our ministry, to serve others and to bring people and draw people into God. So it's all with intentionality, and we got to be ready with that frame of mind to do it that way. So we got to be ready to get out into the world and get our materials together. Like Paul said, he already laid the foundation of God in Christ, right? And you can use any materials you want when you out there, which is the materials of your gifts, your talents, and whatever your business is, whatever your career path is, whatever your calling is, because the Lord has enabled you to carry out your ministry. You can use the foundation. You can use any materials, but you got to make sure your materials is of some value, because when the good Lord gets ready to come back and judge and see what you've done with those talents that he's given you, you want to make sure that it's of some value and it doesn't get burned up in the fire. So we want to make sure that whatever we deploy into the land, whatever we're out there doing, and we're attaching God's name to it, we don't need, just like I said, Lord, don't let me embarrass you. I am not trying to embarrass you, Lord. I feel like in this life, you've given me another chance to get out there and take my relationship with you serious. Don't let me embarrass you. I know that I can try all day to do things the best that I know how, but I'm still faulty. I'm still a human, and I still make mistakes. But God, that's why I need you to step in, God, and don't let me embarrass you. Stand me up, stand me firm. Don't let me buckle underneath that armor. And I got work to do, and that's we're on go for God, and that's what I encourage everybody. So I got to always give a word, and here I am. It's 23 minutes in, and I keep saying that I don't want to make these lives so long, but I'm getting ready to get off. I just wanted to share with y'all some of the games that you can expect at the Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop. I'm just excited about whoever shows up. I'm just ready to have a good time. I'm ready to encourage, ignite some, revive others, and encourage all about the essential presence of God in our lives at the Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop at the Hallelujah Bazaar, because that's where we give the highest form of praise. Hallelujah is the highest form of praise, right at the Hallelujah Bazaar, 500 Southland Drive, Hoover, Alabama, 35226, room 236. Is about to be the best office party you could ever imagine. So I need y'all to come on out, and if you can't come, physically, listen, come on and touch that live and go live and come on and enjoy us virtually and have some fun at the Sip and Fellowship Pop-Up Shop. Again, I am Ebony. I'm your host. I am the owner, the coordinator, and organizer. It is me and God in this, and we in this together. And I can't wait to see y'all there. So I'm gonna get on off of here. I'm gonna catch y'all next time. Y'all have yourself a good night.